Ladies and gentlemen, specifically the ladies too. Ladies from the TV show The Haves and the Have-Nots, which is getting ready to pop off their 4th season. Put your hands together one time for Tyler Lepler.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ty the Guy. 4 seasons in.
4 seasons in.
Now, everybody who knows, like, an actor's life knows that nothing is promised. You get a show, the first season goes well, you cross your fingers for season 2.
Right.
4 seasons in.
4 seasons
Are
in.
you feeling comfortable now?
Man, I'm feeling comfortable a little bit. I have enough money to buy a jacket, so at least I'm warm out here. Right?
Look at you.
No, but you know what? It feels great. It's like going into it, you never really know, honestly, because whether or not it gets, the green light is always looming over your head. So you never really know what to go into it. But to see, Tyler and Miss Winfrey put together something for the first time. At the time it was his first drama series, and at the time it was Miss Winfrey's first scripted series. Mm-hmm. So you never really know, anytime you give the world something new, if it's gonna be received the right way.
Yeah,
so to see us go this far has been great.
Well, that's good, especially with Miss Winfrey being involved in it, as you call her. So how's Oprah? Does she ever come on the set?
Yeah. She actually surprised us a few times.
Really?
Yeah. She's very. I was surprised because you see people on TV, you never really know what you're gonna get in real life. Mm-hmm. And she was super down to earth, really humble, almost like an auntie, gives hugs and stuff like that. So she's really really warm. It's cool.
That's what's up. Like if she literally walked on a set and threw coffee in everyone's face, would you tell us that?
No.
Okay.
Why not? I mean, Oprah's a very real person. She would want you to share that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't ever see her throwing hot coffee at anybody. But she's super nice though.
So now this is the show with Tika
Sumpter, yeah.
So she had the baby. Have she brought the baby on the set yet? How's that going?
So she had the baby in the off season.
Yeah.
While we were in hiatus, so we'll see. We're supposed to go back soon, so we'll see if we see the the young queen.
That's what's up. Now checking out the IMDb, you got a chance to work with my man Russ Parr.
Yeah.
Ringside boxing
Man, that was
joint.
dope.
I love boxing
Lot of
movies,
fun.
man. Like
Yeah.
I'll watch any and all of them.
Yeah.
Out of all the things you've worked on, have you ever gotten in your feels for one of your co-stars?
You know what? I haven't. I've seen plenty of pretty ladies and whatnot. Thought about it.
That's fraternizing, huh?
But that's what I'm saying. For me, what's most important is providing for my family right now. So I'm not gonna let a pretty girl get in the way of that. So I try to keep them separate.
So you married with children?
Nope.
Oh, so you mean your family?
My mom and dad.
Your
Yeah.
mom did. Well, that's
Yeah.
good. So tell me now, a lot of people say they kind of compare you to Omari, Hardwick, and Drake. So do you ever feel like you could be a body double? Do you?
Yeah. You know what? I've heard the physical comparison. I don't think I look like them, but
Well, maybe
I hope maybe I can get their bank account one day. That'd be straight.
If I saw you
Light-skinned
and Drake in the
beard.
club and I had to punch one of y'all, I'm definitely hitting Drake.
Well, I just got off the ringside. I know how to throw them hands a little bit.
Yeah,
Gotta be careful.
I'm sure there was some boxing training that lasted a few weeks for that.
Yeah. So that was it was dope to be able to shoot that. You know what? Russ Parr is a real cool director to work with too. Sometimes you get dictators; they don't want to hear your input, and Russ isn't like that at all. He was real cool.
He is, and Russ gave me my start in radio.
Yeah.
In 1989, we worked together. And matter of fact, I just saw him here the other day.
Yeah.
He's still here doing movies, and I was in one
Yeah,
of
he's
his movies.
he's down in D.C. right?
Yeah,
he's posting in D.C.
back and forth here in
Yeah.
D.C. and stuff. Mhm.
Nice.
So pre-acting, you was doing the personal trainer route.
Yeah.
Was thinking about the NFL.
Yeah. So
Are you happy with what you picked? How everything ended up?
I can't complain. At the end of the day, the NFL dream I had, it was a failed one. I tried, I gave it my all, and I didn't make it. But looking back on it, there's invaluable lessons that I learned. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm very happy with where I'm at. But it's interesting to see how God works and how He can steer you. Because I never would have thought in a million years I'd be acting.
I mean, they're completely different worlds, but
Way
do
different.
you find it tougher to memorize a stack of lines and dialogue, or to catch that ball, make that play, deliver that point?
It's interesting. They're both heavily weighted, but I don't have to worry about getting my head knocked off if I forget a line or something. You know what I mean? But it's still a lot. On other shows, sometimes you can shoot between 8 to 12 pages a day. We're shooting like 70 pages, 80 pages a day.
Yikes!
Up at TPS.
So y'all like getting it in one take?
Sometimes it's one take. The thing about him is he knows exactly what he wants. So sometimes he hits it in the take. If he sees it and he likes it, we're going to move on. But he could stay there for 70 takes if you're not getting it right. So it really gives you an incentive to make sure you got your stuff, because not only will you look silly, but you're holding the whole production up if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
So, what's one thing you learned from this show, from working on this show, that you share with us? Like, I mean, from the other show, like from the boxing show that you did, the movie at least, you
Yeah.
did with Russ, and the other things you've done. What is it about this show that just really keep you abreast of things?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I learned from this show, and I lucked out to be able to have this on my first job, is to have that camaraderie amongst your castmates, and even all the way starting up top with Mr. Perry, because it's like, a lot of times you can go and you can have a certain idea of how you're going to play that, but if someone throws you a curveball, you got to be able to move with it and not, while not disrespecting the other person. You know what I mean? Because it's a very vulnerable space. So it's like I learned, that's probably the biggest thing I learned, is how important just the teamwork and the camaraderie is, because a lot of people just go in nose up in the air. They don't care about what they're receiving. They're just giving. So it's important to make sure you have that dynamic,
It's the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.